Whereas autism affects an estimated 1 in 59 children and is a complex disorder that affects each person differently, resulting in unique strengths and challenges. Autism can cause challenges with verbal and nonverbal communication, social interaction, and repetitive behaviors. It can affect anyone, regardless of race, ethnicity, gender, or socioeconomic background. And whereas autism is often accompanied by medical conditions that impact the quality of life, whereas early diagnosis and intervention tailored to individual needs can have lifelong benefits, easing the transition to adulthood and fostering greater independence. And whereas the City of Avon Lake is honored to take part in the observance of World Autism Month and World Autism Awareness Day to address the diverse needs of individuals and families affected by autism. Now, therefore, I, Greg Zilka, Mayor of the City of Avon Lake, do hereby proclaim April 2019 as World Autism Month and April 2nd, 2019 is World Autism Awareness Day to increase understanding and acceptance of people with autism spectrum disorder, signed on this 25th day of March 2019. Greg Zilka, Mayor. Mr. Chairman, we will be sending this to the the United States Autism Council, which has asked us to make this declaration or proclamation so we can be aware of the challenges that issue does present residents and members of our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor.
All right, I move that City Council approve the proposed design of a Victorian-style gazebo as designed by the firm of Clark and Post, and that the size shall not exceed 18 by 18 feet, and the location shall be in the approximate location as indicated by the yellow mark on the map entered into tonight's record. This has been going on for quite a while, and I think that where we are tonight is a tremendous improvement from where we were at the Planning Commission meeting back in February. Following that meeting, I, along with Mrs. Fenderbosch, spoke to many residents.
In the beginning, I had said I could go either way on this. Once we got some feedback from the residents, I think that moving it back sort of behind the bathrooms is the best that we're going to be able to do to get it out of the line of sight. And from my standpoint, that was the biggest issue that I heard from the residents, that they didn't want this gazebo. The size that it was, sitting in the middle of the green space of the park. This moves it back. It's blocked by trees, etc. I think it's the best we can do, because I think this gazebo was going to go with the majority of council either way.
Ms. Wasserman with the roll, please.
Mr. Zuber.
Yes.
Mr. Arnold.
No.
Mrs. Campo.
No.
Mrs. Fenderbosch.
Yes.
Mr. James.
Yes.
Mr. Koss.
Yes.
Mr. O'Donnell.
Yes. Motion passes. Mrs. Thunderbosch?
Yes, we're almost at April, and April the 30th is the very first sewer separation deadline for compliance for those properties that have received letters over the last 5 years. And beginning May 1st, if those properties are not under contract and have not been in compliance, then the city and Avon Lake Regional Water has no other option but to go forward with legal action. Thank you.